We built a precision medicine initiative for Norway. We started in 2019. Norway had very little available advanced cancer diagnostics. We found that we had to build that, and then we need to build or recruit clinical trials, and then work in parallel to see if we could implement this in the ordinary healthcare system as well. And then 3 years later, we have set of initiatives. It's the InPreD Norway Precision Medicine Diagnostic Network for all of Norway. Then that is scaling at the moment, but spans out to all the university hospitals, and was funded with HAMP cost to get started, and then we were able to get reimbursement so that the Advanced Cancer Diagnostics for Norway is funded by the Norwegian health authorities. Then we worked to see if we could get started with a big national clinical trial, also to see how we can move forward with practicing and implementing precision medicine. That's the IMPRESS-Norway trial. That now runs at all the hospitals in Norway, 17 hospital trusts, 24 sites that treat cancer patients. It's a trial that is modeled on the DRUP trial in the Netherlands, includes patients based on what's happening in the National Molecular Tumor Board that we set up. We started with 8 drugs, now we have 17 drugs, and we're going further in terms of number of drugs that are included. Then I presented data from the first 15 months of operation. We started April 2021, and as of August 1, we had included for screening 478 patients. 425 of them had been discussed in the National Molecular Tumor Board, and we saw that we found a drug in the IMPRESS-Norway trial with the drugs that were available for 24% of the patients. We also saw that we found another treatment opportunity for an additional 12%, so that 36% of the patients that came through the screening pipeline and were discussed in the National Molecular Tumor Board had additional treatment opportunity, and we think that will scale further as we sort of bring more drugs into the trial or recruit other trials. Then we also looked at the first 101 patients that were included in the trial in treatment cohorts across all the treatment cohorts, by August 1, 50 patients had passed the evaluation at 16 weeks, and we saw clinical benefit in 26 out of 50, meaning approximately 50% of the patients that were in the trial are very early days, but still we saw clinical benefit. Then the last thing I talked about was that in order to advance precision medicine, we also built a whole ecosystem. We built a public-private partnership around the diagnostics and the trials, the Connect Public-Private Partnership. And that has working groups that observe and discuss the diagnostics, the clinical trials, the health economy, reimbursement mechanisms, etc., roundtable discussions with the public and private side, and also the working group that discusses legal infrastructure, data access, and regulatory aspects. And there is the innovation there is framework agreement, setting this up as a membership organization that allows all the parties to come together and handles the conflicts of interest, etc. So altogether, I think with what we've done, we've sort of set up an ecosystem or an initiative for the whole country, and a lot of that's been also working with a bottom-up initiative to bring all the oncologists, hematologists, pathologists on board, and we should have a few common priorities and that we all work together. Looking forward, we're looking for more drugs for the trial. We're looking for additional iterations of the trial that brings in new diagnostics, such as functional precision medicine. We think we have a trial network. We're doing a lot of competence building at the moment. We're improving sites that are smaller hospitals that can take other trials. We think we need to move things forward in the treatment lines. We think we need to have also more combinations of therapies, etc., in new trials, and some of this will be offered in the National Center for Clinical Cancer Research that was also recently funded and set up. So I think that covers some of the things that I talked about yesterday.